Microsoft added another new Excel function to their repertoire. It's called Stock History. It displays historical stocks data for a date range that you specify and displays it as dynamic arrays. And it's pretty cool. Hi, my name is Raphael and welcome to another edition of Excel in 365. In this tutorial, I'll show you a few examples of how to use the new Stock History function that was released on June 10, 2020. First thing I need to mention is that this new function is currently only available to Office insiders on the beta channel for Microsoft 365 subscribers. After the beta testing period, I'm sure Microsoft would then release it to the rest of the public, but most likely I'm guessing it'll be available to Microsoft 365 subscribers only. So the new Stock History function is useful with stock trading symbols and also with foreign currency. We'll take a look at both examples and I'll introduce you to some new error messages as well. As you can see, Stock History has a total of 5 arguments. 2 arguments are mandatory and the rest are optional arguments. I'll start with an example of currency exchange first. In this case, I'm converting US dollars to Canadian dollars. These exchange rates can be entered with a slash for the separator, or you can have a blank space, or with a colon. I've tried all these combinations and they seem to work. The next argument it needs is the start date. The start date must be entered surrounded with double quotation marks or with date function, or if you have the date entered inside a cell, you can select the cell. Since the rest of the arguments are optional, I'm going to press enter for now and we'll take a look at our first example. Since I did not specify an end date in this example, Excel will assume that the end date is the current date. FYI, an end of day is considered to be the end of trading day. You'll notice a new error message, connect. For this function to work, you need to be connected to the internet. Now that I'm connected to the internet, I'll enter again. You just saw another message, busy. You may see that message for a brief moment as Microsoft processes the data. Excel now displays the data as dynamic arrays. Let's try another example. Let's try another example. This time I'll enter the optional arguments for a stock quote. The stock symbol that I'm using here is specifically for Starbucks, one of my favorite places to visit. I have a start date, an end date. Now we have an option for intervals, daily, weekly, monthly. For this example, I'll choose weekly. The next argument is asking us if we want to specify a header or not, and if we want to add the identifier also to the header. Since we can see what the identifiers are, I'll choose just to have a header. And now we have 6 options for what additional information we want to include in the result. I'll choose date, open, high, low, close, and volume. You can select these in whatever order you want. So you can see this is a pretty cool and nifty function, not to mention very useful for some Excel users out there. So there you have it, the new stock history function, available on Microsoft 365 subscription, currently for Office Insiders, soon to be available to everyone else. I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to watch and learn from some of my other video tutorials on Excel in 365.